everybody, it's Liz with Love here and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are a regular here. Today I finally have another speed build for you, and this is actually my very first full Eco Lifesyle build, because the first two builds that I did with Eco Lifesyle were firstly my junkyard build, which I think is iconic, but it's not very eco, it's meant to be a junkyard, come on. And the second one was my dream apartment build, which was an apartment, so I couldn't use quite a bit of the items that we do have in Eco Lifesyle, like the recycling machine. Well, I did use the recycling machine in the junkyard, but things like solar panels and all the different nifty kind of stuff, which I will be using finally in this build. I have also been doing an LP with Eco Lifesyle, so check that out if an LP is something you're interested in. It's my very first LP. I usually just do speed builds, but as I have been doing this LP, I didn't have as much time for speed builds since Eco Lifesyle came out, and I really missed them, so I'm happy to be doing this one. So that I get to do some more building, because I do miss some building. And if you've been on my channel since the start, you know that it basically was just speed builds in the beginning, nothing else. So basically this lot is 4 small container homes. They are tiny. They are each 3 by 6 tiles. So that is what, 18 tiles each? That's tiny. Damn, did I say it right? Yeah, I said it right. I have like this panic of not getting basic maths right on something like a voiceover, and then everybody making fun of me for it. So I got terrified for a second that I got it wrong. Anyways, these are basically all, they have a base of 6 by 3 tiles, and then 2 of them have another 9 tile space on top that's like closed in. Most of them have like a balcony, at least upstairs. Well, all of them do. I tried to make them a little different, each and every one of them, because I didn't want just to have the exact same build 4 times. So not only did I make them different on the inside, I also made them different on the outside, and played with the different options that I can have with the same bottom piece, with the large sliding door. By the way, that sliding door from Eco Lifesyle is a blessing. We have it in so many options, and I absolutely love it, because this is something that I've been wanting in the game forever. And then we got the island living ones, which were great, but these are a little more what I had in mind when I said I want sliding doors. So you can see that I have mostly finished the shape of the houses now, and I'm adding a little bit of landscaping to it. I think I skip a part of the landscaping in the final cut of the speed build, because there's a lot of it and it's very repetitive. So I always try to keep in the landscaping, but when it is repetitive, I do cut it out. So I did cut out quite a bit of placing the plants on the inside in the gardens, because also I was messing around with the camera a lot, and I didn't want you to get dizzy watching the footage. But yeah, just a plenty of plants. I didn't use debug plants here because just the regular ones were enough. I wasn't building this on much of a budget or anything. Oh wait, there was one debug plant that I used, right? There's the lavender plants, or is it in a pack that I got recently and forgot that it's actually in the game and not just debug item? Maybe, I don't know. So that is basically landscaping, just a bunch of plants all around the place. It's shipping containers, and the idea that I have for this build is that it's the home to young activists. I'm imagining they're very young. They're maybe in their early 20s, maybe not even that. And they live here in Evergreen Harbor, and they do a lot of work on making it greener. And they're a group of activists who, this home is probably somehow rented to them by an organization that they work for, because I can't imagine somebody being 20 being able to afford a home, even if it's a tiny container home. So I'm thinking that it probably works as their headquarters, where they live and where they plan and everything, even though there is not a dedicated space for any work to be done. So maybe it's just their living quarters, and they have a planning quarters somewhere else. maybe in the community space or something like that. But you can see that I've moved on to doing the first container on the inside. So whenever you are building something this tiny, it is a big challenge, and you will have to make some compromises. Like, you will see that this tiny home doesn't have a stove. The other three do, and to be fair, originally I forgot to put in a stove. And then when I looked at it, I thought, it kind of makes sense. They're like 4 friends or 4 people who are really close together, and they live like literally right next to each other. So if they have such tiny homes, why would this person, if they like can't cook or something, have a stove? They probably get food from their friends, and so they just have a mini fridge, some counters, and a tea brewer, because I thought, maybe they love tea. Maybe that's what they make, tea. And for the bathrooms, I think that in all of these, is there one with a bathtub? I don't think so. I think they're all just showers, unless I'm mistaken. But I'm pretty sure they're all just showers, which, not ideal, but for a tiny home, for The Sims, works perfect. And also it's more sustainable, And I added plenty of clutter around the space once I have sort of set it up. So my process when building these was to first put down the essential items and like the furniture, and then I got to placing some clutter and things like that. And the Eco Lifesyle debug has amazing clutter. Of course we have the candles, but we also have like juice boxes, and we have like the fizzed juice bottles and cans, which I think is a really great idea to have that in kitchens, because that is what you would have in kitchens. It's very realistic clutter. And in The Sims, sometimes we, I don't know about you, but I find myself placing things like cat statuettes everywhere because I have nothing else to put there. And when you think about it, how many cat statuettes have you got in your bedroom? Because in my dream apartment, I had about 5 dog statuettes and maybe 1 cat statuette when I built it. And in real life, I have 1 unicorn. That's it. So in The Sims, what I'm trying to make, the point I'm trying to make with all this blubbering is that the clutter that we get in The Sims is not always the most realistic. It's very much like pretty clutter, whereas in real life you would have stuff like, juice cartons and things like that. I added a little birdhouse out the front, and then I moved on upstairs and I did the little top garden. I wanted to have a recycling machine up here, so that I think you basically have there's not a fabricator, but most of the new stuff, new playable items that you get in Eco Lifesyle are used in this build. There's the bugs, there's a recycler, there's a candle making station, there's juice fizzer, there's bikes, and there's plenty of other stuff, of course. There's the vertical planters and everything. So that's what you have in this build if you download it. It's basically if you want to just test out everything that Eco Lifesyle has to offer and the different items in it. I think it's a great build, just to try out how does juice fizzing work, or how does recycling work, and things like that. And I wanted to make this top garden kind of lived in. I added a what is it called, the washing tub, the clothes washing tub. Well, since they are tiny homes, I don't really have dedicated laundry space in each of them, but if you play on this, there is playable laundry on the lot as a whole. So one house has a clothesline, one has a wash tub, and I think 1 or 2 have laundry baskets. So you have the full laundry needs in this build, but it's not for each separate house, because I think even if we had this in real life, you wouldn't have separate laundry for every one of the houses, because it just takes up too much space. And you can see, you can't see now, but a minute ago you could see that I put the mailbox sort of on the fence, so that the stick that the mailbox is on is blending in with the fence, and it just looks like the mailbox itself sits on the fence. And I love that. That's a really cool hack if you guys want to try it out. I think it looks great with the style, and you don't have just a mailbox sticking out, because I think that would kind of look weird if you just had a mailbox in front of the house here on the path. So I think that adding it to the fence was a great idea. And I think that's the first home done, and I'm moving on to the second one. And this one is a little bigger. It's got the 9x9, not 9x9, 3x3 overall 9 tile space up top. So that is a bedroom. And then you've got a living space and a kitchen downstairs. So what I wanted to do is, we have these beautiful windowsills on those windows from the pack. So I wanted to have that as sort of like a bedside table, because you don't really have a bedside table here. So that's what I did. I used the red shelf mod to place this. I think you've seen me use the red shelf mod in this video already. But in case you don't know what the red shelf mod is, it's exactly what it looks like. It's a shelf, a red shelf that helps you place objects at any height so they don't float. You know how when you raise objects, you can only raise them at increments and not like gradually? Well, the red shelf goes around that, because you can place the shelf anywhere and put the object on it, and then the object is on the height that the shelf is on, and you can move the shelf out of the way. You can also use, I think there's like a transparent one, but then when you use that, it marks your build as CC on the gallery. And I mean, I just prefer to do it with the red one, because then it's CC free, a lot more people can download it and everything like that. And unless you're a builder, you're not gonna have the red shelf mod. And a lot of people who download houses from the gallery are non-builders, so it doesn't really make sense to only put it up for builders if what I'm trying to do is make houses for non-builders as well. So now I'm moving on to the downstairs area here. I think I managed the upstairs quite well. It's all usable. I playtested, I want to say most of it. The thing is, when I playtest, I usually playtest late at night, because I build until, I don't know, midnight or something, because I'm just like playing and building, you know, as I'm enjoying it, in my free time. Not on a work schedule or anything. I just like the footage I get from most of those builds, just like through my own gameplay, and then I just add a voiceover for it. Anyways, when I was building this, I finished at like midnight, and then I went to play test it. And the thing is with playtesting things when you're tired at midnight is that you are not the most attentive person. So if there's something that's just doesn't work, that I forgot to playtest, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, I was just very tired. So yeah, that's why. So for this one, I wanted to have like a color scheme of kind of like red, burgundy kind of red. It's very red, but like it has like a burgundy hue to me. I don't know, I'm weird with colors, but I don't like red in interiors. I despise red in interiors. I think it looks way too aggressive. But I thought, you know, I've never done this. I literally never built a living room in The Sims that has a red sofa. I hate red sofas. I think they don't look good. I'm sorry if you have a red sofa and if you love it, but I just don't like them. So I thought, you know, let's experiment. And I think it turned out alright for a red sofa. I mean, it's still very aggressive. And I like interiors with like more muted tones, or when you do have like colorful spaces, I like them to be colorful overall. And when it's just like pops of color, I don't like adding very vibrant colors, because I feel like it just takes over. So like you see that in the kitchen, I put the minty colored appliances, but I thought, you know, let's mix it up for the living room. And it turned out okay. Yeah, I kind of like it. Again, I am using the red shelf, as you can see, to place some clutter on this shelf from Eco Lifesyle. This is a really nice shelf. It goes everywhere. Like, you could use this shelf in a bathroom, you could use it in a living space, you could use it in a bedroom, you could use it in a kitchen. Works well. There's like some sort of hooks on the bottom, so I'm thinking like, if you got creative with the tool mod, you could very well like hang something on it, like cups or something like that. I think that would be cool, but I probably wouldn't have the patience to do it. So if anybody does, let me know, because I think it would be pretty cool. And now I'm just adding more decoration to the living space. I added some plants, of course. There's a lot of plants. I mean, there's a lot of plants in all of my builds, who am I kidding? But there's a lot of plants in this particular build because, you know, they're very eco-conscious. They like their things sustainable. So, of course, they're gonna have plants, you know? Plants are, like, the most sustainable decor, aren't they? Did I just make a statement I can't prove? University, you know. and it took me quite a while to figure out like what rug should I put in the living space. I started out with like this bluish one, but it just looked cheap, so I thought, what else can I do? And then I ended up using the one from Laundry Day. Laundry Day has got amazing rugs. If you want a pack with good rugs, Laundry Day is the way to go. Eco Lifesyle has pretty good rugs as well. And, well, what else has good rugs? There's a really nice rug in Tiny Living, but I think there's just that one rug. So it's like not a pack for rugs, but Tiny Living is like a pack for everything. Get Tiny Living. If you don't have a stuff pack, you want a stuff pack, get Tiny Living as the best stuff pack. It gives you gameplay value, it gives you building value, and it gives you wonderful objects. Like 100% recommend. If you're gonna get a stuff pack, get Tiny Living. I'm thinking about like doing like a pack ranking video. Let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in. The thing is, I'm still missing 2 packs. I'm still missing Get to Work, and I'm missing Luxury Party Stuff. And I plan on getting Get to Work next time there's a sale. I just didn't get it like this time, the last sale that ended just like 2 weeks ago, because I was just buying plane tickets home and they got expensive. So I was like, maybe let's not splurge on a pack right now. But I'm gonna get to work soon, so then I'll be able to rank expansion packs. I already have all the game packs, and I'm missing 1 stuff pack. So like I want to do like that ranking kind of video because I enjoy ranking stuff a lot. And I think it can be very beneficial, you know, if not anything else, to start a fight. Because everybody's always gonna disagree with you, and I have some controversial opinions about packs, I'm not gonna lie. There's a few packs that people love that I'm just like, and there's packs that people are not really sure about, and I love them. Like, for example, I know a lot of I know a lot of people are still upset about cats and dogs because we just got cats and dogs. But, guys, the build and buy in cats and dogs, if you are a builder, cats and dogs is one of the best packs to get because it's got so many beautiful items that you can use in older homes, in cat lady houses, in witchy cottages, in huts, in so many places. And you can just see me finishing up like a little greenhouse that I did on the roof there. I think I saw like a sort of like a life hack Sims video where somebody was doing like Eco Lifesyle greenhouses, like tiny ones like that. And this isn't something that I saw in the video in particular, but it is something that like was inspired. I have no idea who made that video, I'm sorry, because it just appeared on my timeline, so I can't link it because like I don't even know what it's called, but it was a cool video. Somebody was like showing off like different creative ways that you can make planters and sort of like tiny greenhouses in Eco Lifesyle. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, please link the video or like link the creator down below, because yeah, I'm like, I have no idea where I saw it, but I saw it. So that's kind of what it was inspired by. And now, after me spending like 2 minutes ranting about not remembering about that video, we are basically already cluttering the inside of this. Is it the last one? No, this is the second to last one. So this is the second one that is only the 3x6. There's space up top, but it's just the gardening space, and I'm thinking that this one is somebody lives here who just loves plants. I added a lot of like planters and everything like that in the outdoor area, and there's a lot more plants on the inside as well. I love using this, is it a spa day divider? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's spa day. I'm sorry guys, it's very hot here today and my brain is just cooking, you know. The spa day divider, it works really well here because it doesn't close it in and it doesn't feel cramped, but it divides the space up, and that's what I love about it and about dividers like this in The Sims in general. They're perfect for tiny homes because they give you that sense of division of space without closing it in. And I added a lot of tiny living furniture to this. I added the Eco Lifesyle armchair because that armchair is amazing and it's gorgeous. And it took me a while to figure out the bathroom. For a while I thought I would do that trick, you know, the 1 tile bathroom, like the one you just saw me do. By the way, that is functional. you can do that. You need to play test it and maybe like play around with the positioning a bit, but that works. It's a one tile bathroom. If you didn't know, that's how you do it. But then I just decided to have originally I thought I would have the strangeable tub in the backyard, and I think that was the only tub that was meant to be in this, but then I decided to delete it, shimmy the door over a little, and fit a shower in the 2 tiles as well, and I added a sink on the outside. I think 2 of the houses have a sink on the outside because I couldn't fit it in the kitchen or the bathroom. But I mean, in real life, you maybe wouldn't want that, like if you go to the loo at night and then you have to, you know, go outside to wash your hands. So that's maybe not the most practical in real life, but in The Sims, like, it's all so close together that it literally doesn't make a difference. And so this house, as I said, has a lot of gardening space, and there's the worm thing. I still don't know what to call it. Worm box? Worm bin? Because the worm bin is like a you know, like a composting thing, but this is not a composting thing, it's like a worm farm. Is worm farm the right word? I should start reading descriptions for these items, shouldn't I? I never read the descriptions, and it's ironic because like I am somebody who writes. My job is writing, and I never read the description of the product. So like, I don't know, if I were to get involved on like a design of a game, or like in The Sims, if like in some hypothetical situation I were to work on The Sims, the thing that I qualify for best is writing the product descriptions, but I don't even read them. So that's a bit of irony for you. Anyways, now I have moved on to the last house, and I wanted to fit in a Murphy bed here because, you know, they say that they have recalibrated it so that it doesn't, you know, kill your sim every time you try to use it. So I was like, you know, let's see. I haven't tried it yet, but I may play in this build, so I'm gonna tell you if it kills my sim on the first try again, or not this time. Anyways, because of the Murphy bed, this space feels a little emptier than the others. Like, a lot of the other houses feel very lived in, whereas this upper bedroom it's kind of empty because the Murphy bed is up. Once you put it down, it's gonna be much fuller. I didn't put it down for the screenshots, which, now that I think of it, was a stupid thing to do. I should have put it down. But anyways, you know how it looks when it's down, right? So imagine guys. And I did like a little brewing station up top there, and I really enjoyed doing that. I think that's like, the brewing is gonna be one of my favorite things to do in Eco Lifesyle. I haven't got to do, like, I honestly feel like I didn't get to play with Eco Lifesyle as much, even though it's like I have an LP. I've been doing candle making in that, and I've been doing recycling in that, and fabricating, but I haven't done any of the juice fizzing. Need to get on that. Anyways, now we are doing the kitchen here. I wanted to make this one like with blue accents, so I added the Parenthood items, like the Parenthood Kitchen items. These are beautiful, and I think they go really well with a lot of different styles. I mean, they're a little more traditional looking, but they still don't get lost in a modern home. Like, it still looks fine if you have a modern little home. It's like not for a home that's, you know, a penthouse in San Myshuno, but if you have like a semi-modern home like this, I think it still looks kind of cool, and like it doesn't stick out, you know. So yeah, that's what I did over here, and I think this is going to be another bathroom where I do the sink outside. I'm not sure, but yeah, because if I had positioned the door on the diagonal, I would have been able to fit everything, but I wanted to have the mirror on the diagonal, so that's why I put the door on the straight wall, and that means that I won't fit in the sink, but the sink is outside again, so I mean, game-wise, no problem. And basically now I'm just finishing out this last house, finishing up the garden. I added a pumpkin carving station just because I wanted something else, and I was feeling like I haven't used spooky stuff as much because I hadn't been playing too much, and I haven't built anything spooky recently, so I wanted to use an item from that. But that is basically it. I'm just adding a bin, and I think that then we will move on to the screenshots. Yes, that's it. I'm moving on to the screenshots now. So there's quite a bit of screenshots for this one. I feel like it doesn't look as good in screenshots as it does in the game. I don't know, like sometimes I feel like screenshots make my build look amazing, and sometimes I just like don't know how to position it and everything. So that was definitely the case with this build. Like, I feel like it looks much better in game than it does in the screenshots, but hey, I mean, you saw me build it, so you can judge for yourself. Thank you very much for watching this video. Enjoy the rest of the screenshots. I'm gonna keep rambling about subscribing and everything. So if you enjoyed it, let me know which one of the 4 houses is your favorite, which one of the container homes. Let me know, because I would be really interested to see. I think my favorite is the one where I used the divider from Spa Day. Or maybe the one with the windowsill, like the one in the far left with the red couch, actually, which I didn't expect, but it actually turned out really pretty. So either that one or with the Spa Day divider. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, because I would love to have you here. I stopped setting subscriber goals, but I would still love to, grow my channel and everything. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!